Hello everyone. So the next topic which we will be going to discuss is about the meiosis 1. So introduction, let's start with the introduction first, that what is meiosis. So meiosis, it was the term which was coined by the farmer and More. It means it is a specialized form of cell division in which the number of chromosomes is reduced to half. In case of mitosis, what happens is the number of chromosomes remains the same, but in this case the number of chromosomes, they are reduced to half. The reduction in chromosome number is achieved by one round of DNA replication, which is being followed by 2 rounds of chromosome segregation with no intervening round of DNA replication. So this is about the meiosis 1. Now the meiosis is being divided into two parts. They are divided into two parts. What are these parts? Meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So in this, our main focus is on the meiosis 1. So we will be discussing in detail about the meiosis 1. So let's start with the first. We will look at the diagrammatic representation of what are the stages of meiosis 1. So as in case of mitosis, same as in the case of meiosis 1, they have the same stages, but there is a chromosome which the number of chromosomes is reduced to half. So these are all the stages of meiosis 1. So there is a prophase 1, then metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, and cytokinesis. So we will be discussing first the prophase. It is subdivided into 5 parts. Okay, it is subdivided into 5 parts. Then we will discuss the metaphase 1, the anaphase 1, and the telophase 1. So let's start with prophase. So as I have told you that prophase 1 of meiosis 1 is divided into 5 substages: liptotine, zygotine, pachytine, diplotine, and diakinesis. So we will be discussing each of these substages in detail. So in meiosis 1, there is a prophase 1. The prophase 1 have further 5 categories or 5 substages. So let's start with liptotine first. So prophase begins at the liptotine stage. So in meiosis 1, there is a prophase which starts, and in prophase also there is a liptotine which starts at the first stage. So each chromosome has replicated and consists of 2 sister chromatids, and these chromatids, they are usually closed, opposed, and each chromosome therefore appears to be single. So each chromosome here appears to be single. So at this stage, chromosomes ends are attached to the inner nuclear envelope. So they are attached to the inner nuclear envelope. So in the liptotine to zygotine transition, the tips of the chromosome, they move until most end up in a limited near each other, and this is called the bouquet stage. So what happens in bouquet stage? It directly facilitates the homologous chromosomes and pairing, and there is a synapsis which occurs. So this is about the liptotine stage. Next is the zygotine stage. So liptotine is considered to end, and the zygotine stage of prophase begins as soon as the synapses or intermediate pairing between the two homologs is initiated. So this is when the zygotine stage starts. So synapsis often starts when the homologous ends of the 2 chromosomes are brought together on the nuclear envelope, and they proceed inwards like a zipper, like a manner from both the ends. So each pair of homologous chromosomes forms as a result of synapses, and this is called as bivalent, and sometimes it is known as a tetrad. So each pair of homologous chromosomes, they form as a result of synapses, and this is called as a bivalent stage. Next is about the pachytine. So when the synapses is completed, all along the chromosomes, the cells are said to have entered the pachytine stage of prophase, where they remain for days. Here they remain for days. So if you want to take the example of pachytine stage, we can take the example of Drosophila. that in Drosophila there occurs a tetrad stage of Pachytene stage of meiosis 1. So where the crossing over does not occur during the meiosis. So in Drosophila and female silkworm, the crossing over does not occur. The crossing over does not occur during the meiosis. So the crossing over may occur in the somatic cells as reported by Stern in Drosophila. So the crossing over can occur almost anywhere along the length of the chromosome pair. So they are not occurring uniformly. There are many regions along the length of the chromosome pair where the crossing over frequencies are higher or lower than expected on the basis of genome's average crossing over frequencies. So these regions have hot spots as well as cold spots. So what are hot spots? Hot spots are the regions of high crossing over frequencies, and cold spots are the region of low crossing over frequencies. So in this we can take the example of Drosophila. Next comes the diplotin stage. The diplotin stage begins in the diplotin stage of meiotic prophase 1. So this synaptonemal complex is basically a protein structure. If we talk about the synaptonemal complex, it is a protein structure that forms between the homologous chromosomes during meiosis and is thought to mediate chromosome pairing. So this is known as synaptonemal complex. So what happens? It dissolves along two homologous chromosomes in a bivalent to pull away from each other to some extent. So each bivalent, they remains joined by one another or more chiasmata representing the sites where the crossovers have occurred. So for example, these are the chromosomes, and this space is known as chiasmata. So if we talk about the chromosome, these are the chromosomes. For example, these are homologous chromosomes, and this space between them, they are joined together by a space. This space is known as chiasmata. So they represent the sites where the crossing over has occurred. So diplotin can last for months or years. So diplotin stage can last for months or even years. Then what is dikinesis? Dikinesis, they merge imperfectibly into dikinesis, the stages of transition to metaphase. As RNA synthesis ceases and the chromosome condenses, thickens, and they become detached from the nuclear envelope. So after prophase, the cell enters into metaphase and followed by anaphase, and then after that it is telophase 1. So next is about the metaphase 1. So what happens in metaphase 1? There is a breakdown of nuclear membrane. As it was shown in the diagram, it was a nuclear membrane breakdown which leads to the attachment of kinetochore microtubules into the bivalent. So what happens is homologous pairs, they move together along the metaphase plate. So if we talk about the metaphase plate, if this is a cell and there are few chromosomes which is being lined at the equator, then this is known as the metaphase plate. So this plate is known as the metaphase plate. So the physical basis of the independent assortment of chromosomes is the random orientation of each bivalent along the metaphase plate with respect to the orientation of other bivalents along the same equatorial lines. So this was about the metaphase 1. Then comes the anaphase 1. So here the homologous chromosomes are separated. In anaphase 1, the sister chromatid stays together, and homologous chromosomes, they separate and move towards the opposite poles. So example, this is a cell. These are some spindle fibers, and these are the homologous chromosomes, and the sister chromatids here will be at one end, and another sister chromatids will be at the another end. So this will be homologous. So this was about the homologous chromosome which separate and move towards the opposite poles. So the mitotic division is therefore called the reductional division. So this is why this is called the reductional division, because it reduces the chromosome numbers to half the diploid numbers in each daughter cell. So that is why this is known as the reductional division. Then after this is the last stage of meiosis 1, that is telophase 1. So in meiosis 1, when the chromosomes arrive at the pole, each daughter cell now have the half the number of chromosomes. In the anaphase phase, it was being said that it is a reductional division. So the chromosome numbers are already halved. So in this, they arrive at the poles. In telophase, what happens is they arrive at the pole and there will be formation of two daughter nucleus. So a nuclear membrane surrounds each haploid set and the chromosomes uncoil back into the chromatin. So here the cytokinesis occurs, completing the creation of the two daughter cells. So the cytokinesis occurs during the completion. So telophase and cytokinesis are the processes. After telophase 1, there will be cytokinesis, which occurs completing the creation of the two daughter cells. So these are some of the references, and this was all